Sorry.
Everyone, I'm on. Yay.
Hello.
Thank you for
Jonathan.
holding down the fort, Betsy.
Hi.
Aloha,
And,
Jamie, who was the first one in, and then Beth, the Spacey Rising.
Hi, Jamie. Hi, Beth.
Yes.
Welcome.
Sorry for being, well, I guess I am on time, but I thought I was late.
Yeah.
Technology, what can you do?
What can you do? And it's overcast here, so even though it shouldn't make a difference, sometimes it does. It's overcast and there's no wind whatsoever. Oh, my phone just told me we're live.
Yay.
Yay. Cool. And just so Jamie and Beth, since you guys are in here, and Jonathan, there's somebody who there's been somebody around my house. They got my attention quite a while ago. I think about over an hour or something ago, that they were here for a reason, and it's somebody that shows up wearing a red overcoat. Hi, Selkie. Yeah, so somebody is showing up with a red overcoat on and kind of feels masculine, but might not necessarily identify as male. So I don't know what's going on, but there's somebody here with a message for someone today. So we'll just have to find out when they pipe up and let me know.
Well, that's interesting because today is also the 24th anniversary of my grandmother dying.
And my Libyan desert glass, Bartleby, insisted on coming today too. So, there's always hijinks involved when Bartleby wants to be a part of the proceedings.
It's interesting. Not one of the necklaces called to me today.
Oh, yeah, Beth, because Hawaii doesn't have daylight savings times. We don't have, I'm not sure where you are, but if you are someplace that has, hi, Gerald. If you're someplace that has time change, that'll do it.
Oh, right. Time change. Affects everyone except us.
Right.
We're still affected.
And Arizona. So, yeah, it's 3 hours difference for the West Coast now instead of 2. Gerald's lurking. Cool.
Oh, would that mean in order to still be the same time we used to be, we would have to start at 7? Because it used to be 2-hour difference, now it's 3-hour difference. So we would have to move back an hour in order.
Yeah, it's tricky, right?
On the West Coast, East Coast, and everywhere else who had the time change.
I know. Just when Penny and I figured out that we could do our broadcast on Fridays, then they had time change, and so that would push her an hour later into her day. And I don't know. I don't think I can do 5 a.m. broadcast and then go work a 9.5-hour day. So
right.
Yeah.
Like we don't do time change, but we still get affected.
Just because business hours are shorter for us if we have any electronic business to do.
Right.
But we're here. Yay, we're here and we're ready for hijinks. We're ready for hijinks. We're ready for fun live chat, fun mini readings, and cards, right? I have nothing with me.
Nothing?
Nothing. I'm broadcasting, obviously, from the fairy bed. And nothing wanted to come. Yeah, nothing wanted to come except Bartleby. Yeah.
Smoke, ash, and embers is what I'm using today.
Perfect.
And I just realized I think I shuffled both 10 of swords into it. Oops. Oh,
Rihanna,
good morning, Jake.
Rambles and Readings. Hi.
Aloha, Rhiannon. Good morning.
Okay, I had my phone on. I was going to try and keep up with chat, but it looks like we're keeping up anyway. So
that's good to know. Do you feel like leading us in a grounding?
I certainly could. Be more than happy to. Let's do that. Okay, everybody. So let's just hold on. My phone just dinged, of course.
Of course.
Yes. Yeah. Let me just get rid of that so it doesn't keep dinging. And
Sip, sip, everyone.
sip, sip. Yes. Okay, so a little quickie grounding. So everybody, let's just close eyes. Take a couple of nice, relaxing breaths. And imagine, if you will, a bright white light shining from your heart, fourth chakra, place of love. And as you focus on that white light, let's expand that so it fills the entirety of your inner being, head to toes. Let's use that white light now to call out to Mother Earth. We're going to send that through the soles of our feet down to the very core of the earth. So take a nice deep breath in as you gather up some energy. And out, sending that energy down deep, deep, deep to the very core of Mother Earth. Mother Earth hears our call and sends her unconditional love to us through the soles of our feet, rising up our legs, past our knees, surrounds us with roots as well, rising higher up to our hips, rises up past our bellies and diaphragm to our lungs. The roots rising all around us with her, up to our shoulders, spills down our arms, past our elbows and wrists to our fingertips, rises up through our throats, and reminds us it is safe to speak our truth here, and continues up higher to the top of our head. We now feel that continuous, unbroken connection to Mother Earth. We breathe her in, and she shares our breath. We'll focus now on calling out to Father Sky up in the heavens. So we'll reach out to him through our crown chakra at the top of our head, much the same way. So imagine, if you will, gathering up some of that inner light. Take a nice deep breath in and out, sending that energy up high into the heavens to Father Sky. He hears our calls, sends down his wisdom and patience through the top of our head, to our throat, and to our shoulders, spills down our arms, past our elbows and wrists to our fingertips, continues down our spine as it fills our lungs, moves past our stomach and diaphragm, continues down our spine to our tailbone and hips, on down our legs to our knees and our ankles to the tips of our toes. We now feel that unbroken connection to the Father as well. We breathe him in. He shares our breath and greets the Mother within us in balanced harmony, as we thank them for being with us today, as they are always, for clearing our spaces of any negative energies and releasing them to their highest good. We thank them now for coming to share their wisdom with us in the beauty way only. And so it is.
And so it is. With that. Thank you. I definitely needed that.
That's nice. That felt, ooh, yummy.
That was
Yummy.
very yummy.
And thanks for your little blast there, Jonathan. I felt that all the way over here. That was lovely.
You helped release it, so.
Cool. And hi, Jake18. Aloha.
Okay. Should we start with a 3-card reading for the collective?
That sounds great.
Yes, Beth, that was totally yummy.
And there's Maria. Aloha, Lady Knight of Avalon.
Oh, aloha, Maria. Okay, so this is going to be a slightly abbreviated version of my spring forward spread that I was spreading all over Facebook. So first card is what we need more of. Second card is what we need less of. Third card is what we need to know right here and now. So first card, we need more temperance. We need more balance in our lives. We need more ways of weathering the storm, so to speak. Speaking of, isn't it supposed to be stormy here today at some point?
Looks like it will be.
Need less of. Oh, interesting. I got 3 of Pentacles. So, which is normally about working with others. So,
reliance on self.
Right. You need less reliance on others and more reliance on self. Stop expecting others to help you build your dream. And the thing we need to know, see, understand right now, 8 of Cups, the start of something new. It's spring, right? Something fresh, something new, leaving behind the old so we can make room for the new. Shall we look at the bottom of the deck for that shadow card?
Absolutely.
Oh, makes sense. Ace of Cups, there's that new beginning.
Very cool.
The lights are so bright. There we go. That's better.
Oh, that is the cutest card ever.
Ace of Cups. I love this little the duckling and the dragon. Is just so adorable. This deck is just adorable. I never thought I'd say adorable with the word dragon, but these dragons are adorable.
I found an adorable dragon at the crystal store at Maui Mall not too long ago. It was a figurine from the Chinese zodiac, and they were all picked over. There was only a couple left, and they were like $3. And there was the cutest little dragon. Not my sign. I'm a rat. But I brought it home anyway. It's just so stinking cute.
You gotta love that. Beth says, the phase are rising. I see this as Ukraine right now. We as a species must learn to work together, leave behind the old dysfunction of the warrior violence. I love that.
Yeah. But you know what also struck me too about the temperance card, as soon as Jonathan revealed that, I felt like temperance about listening to outward influence, to balance it with your own inner. And then when the 3 of Pence came up, that really kind of sealed it for me about be careful where you focus your mind on this one. Oh, and there's Candy. Hi, Candy.
Hi, Candy. And Jamie is our first. If you'd like a reading, just let us know. We will get to as many as we can.
Yeah, red overcoat. Not yet. They just went like this. Not yet. Ooh, there's a little rescue dog coming through, a small little rescue dog. It's a short-haired, might be a dachshund, but it's something that's a shorter legs dog. Could be like a Chihuahua mix. There's some little rescue dog coming through. It's running towards something. So I don't know if anybody here has been thinking about getting a pet, or Jamie, I know you guys are all with the animals, but this little dog may have something more to say after Jonathan reveals his cards.
Well, that's interesting, because on our way back from our trip to the Big Island, we were supposed to stop in Oahu, pick up a puppy. But our flight was delayed an hour, so the woman left. And then,
So what does the puppy look like?
It's a Boston Terrier.
Oh.
But I don't think we're going to end up getting him.
Oh.
I mean, we already have a dog and a cat. Do we need one more? I mean, sure, there's always room for one more. But anyway, back to Jamie. More of this, less of this. What you need to know right now. Interesting. More of this. We have death. So more rebirthing, more shedding of the old, which is kind of like an echo of the overreading for everyone. Less of, which is interesting, is strength. Is you rely very much on your own internal strength, and I think this is saying, yes, okay, send up to the inner dragon, but at the same time, acknowledge that that inner dragon can be helpful too. So you don't always have to rely just on yourself. You're not always the one that has to protect others. Sometimes you can be protected too. And then I swear I shuffled and shuffled, but what you need to know right now, we got 8 of Cups again. So again, I just keep seeing the shed the old, make way for the new, which seems to be an echo of the overreach. And underneath the shadow cards, 4 of Pentacles, handling all the things, right? Dealing with everything. Busy little bee, that's Jamie.
So yeah, what I got when I was snooping around out there was a big fat nothing. And then I was reminded of something I was told once, which said it was Michael Shane event. He's a physical medium. He apports stuff out of his body. Anyway, people would walk by him and he would give gemstones and he would say a phrase from the masters about what they wanted this person to change. And he said, don't feel bad if you don't get anything, because that means you don't need to do anything differently. Keep doing what you're doing the way you're doing it. And I'm rambling on because this is the message they want you to know, Jamie. Yes. Are there hills and valleys? Yes. Are there challenges and struggles? Yes. Are there times when everything seems to roll really smooth downhill and you're just waiting to find out when you come to the end of that? Yes. But this is what you're doing. They're so happy with it. And I'm filling up from my toes all the way up now. I'm just getting like this major rush of love. They're so proud of you and so happy with what you're doing and the way you're doing it. They don't want you to change a whole heck of a lot. They don't want you to see things differently. They don't want you to change your perspective and point of view. They want you to continue on, because the lessons that you're gaining this time around are so valuable for you and so enriching that, yeah, are there times when you wish you had more support and someone to take some of the load off? Absolutely. But what are you gaining from having traveled this? Carrying the weight, doing the work. What have you gained from it? To not wait to find someone to save you from it, but to recognize how much you've learned from it. And I'm supposed to say that instead, they wouldn't let me stop until I said the word instead of what you have, wishing for something other instead of what you have. They're like, oh man, this is way off base. Just learn to really, really, really be in love with what you have and grateful for the opportunities for learning and growing that you've received in this lifetime, because it's a big one for you. They're saying this has been really important.
Red overcoat is still.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Hope that was helpful, Jamie. Next, we have Jacob. I love a general reading, maybe about my current path and things or perspectives I should consider.
Oh, well, there's the red coat. Redcoat just lifted up some old-timey rifle and went, shot something. They want you to shoot something. Aim low, shoot them in the foot. But this is something they want you to move out of your life, and it revolves around someone who's perhaps not that great of an influence. It's misinformation. Misinformation. That's what it is. Misinformation. They want you to trust yourself.
So that whole not trusting someone kind of thing kind of echoes with this, the more of card. You got the Hermit. So I think it's calling for more internal perspectives, right? Stop looking for an external perspective. Stop looking for the answer outside. The answer is inside. But until you turn inwards, you're never going to see it. Less of, look, here's this 8 of Cups again, keeps popping up. But you need less of this, right? So less of the running away from you need to go deep in your cups, right? The emotions, the intuition, that deep subconscious dive is like, it's like you're avoiding it, but you're being called to dive deeper. That's why the Hermit came, right? And then, of course, what you should know right now, you got the 7 of Cups. So it's about choices, right? It's your current path is open. You have multiple choices in front of you. And until you sit down and really know what your internal answer is, the external answer is going to still just be a mystery. You need to go deeper. You need to really know what you want versus what others want for you. And that Shadow card, Queen of Swords. Yeah, that shadow side is you trying to discern truth, when this kind of truth is more of an internal thing, right? You're not going to find the truth that you find with the Sword of Truth, right? It's the truth is going to be which cup fits best for you, and that's your truth, right? It stop being analytical about things and start diving deeper, being more emotional, being more spiritual in your quest, in your seeking.
It also feels a little bit to me like you wish someone would kind of tell you what to do. Like you're being supported so magnificently, and the people in your life wanting you to find your own way and make your own decisions and choices. And it feels like there's this inside of you going, I could be this, or I could be that, or I could be this, or I could be that, or that, or that, or that, or that, that there's a lot of things that look like, hey, that might be fun. Hey, that might be cool. Hey, that might be this, like there's too many options and no understanding how to wheedle it down to the one right choice. Here's the rub. There's no one right choice.
Right.
The lessons will remain the same no matter which path you pick. You could be somebody who, from the get-go, is laser focused on their life, their future, their path, career, whatever that means, and laser focused. That's the only thing they do. Then you could have someone like me that's never known what it is and has tried every single thing I ever wanted to try. I have no bucket list. Yeah. The lessons remain the same. It just looks like a different road. So is it confusing? Yeah. Yeah. Just try stuff. Just try stuff. America is a country that wants you to have a 4-year span to figure your life out and hurry up and get on the stick and do it. I don't think it's that simple.
I don't think it's that simple. Considering how many people I've talked to who are over 60 and talking about how many different lives they've lived. See what's right for you right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when it's no longer right, move on.
I think it is that achievement track in Fortune 500 track. You know, it appeals to some, but I myself think it's a lie. I think it's a lie. I think it's just a lifetime of, instead of a carrot on a stick in front of the donkey, I think it's a golden parachute on a pole in the front of a freight train going really, really fast. I think it's a lie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get caught in the rat race and don't realize that you're like slaving away for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully that helps, Jacob. I know it will probably help some people.
There's so much going on in the chat. I haven't been keeping up with it now because I wanted to stay focused.
Right. Next we have Maria. I would like a reading for the month of April. How I'm going to handle my emotions. I see new comments popping up, but I haven't seen them yet.
Candy said she's always thinking about getting another dog. Oh, and Beth said she was online last night looking at available puppies. That feels a little more in the right direction for me. But let me focus here. Come back to Maria. I got my answer really fast, so, but I'm supposed to wait for the cards.
Okay. Well, the more of card is Ace of Swords. Well, more knowledge, more ways of thinking, more ways of communicating. Yeah, I feel like it's a new thought pattern, a new way of thinking, a new way of expressing yourself. I'm getting there. And then less of, we have the Lovers. So, less of the focus being on relationships with others and maybe more on the relationship with yourself. And when you need to see, know right now, we get 9 of Swords, which is interesting since we started with the Ace of Swords, right? So maybe it's time for a new way of thinking, because the old way of thinking is doing nothing but causing harm. So that's what I'm getting here. Let's see the shadow. Justice again, and here's that Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords shows up in the Justice card and Queen of Swords. And the King of Swords. So there's that sword again, that balance, finding balance in life, right? It's interesting too that there's like the 2 little frogs here waiting for the justice to be met out. So it's almost like you're stuck in a waiting pattern because you keep getting stuck in the same thought pattern. And until you break out and find that single sword instead of having all 9 hanging over your head, then that balance won't be found.
That goes so perfectly with what I got, because right away I heard, well, let's talk about how you're going to cast that spell. So, how am I going to handle my emotions? Well, how do you want your scenarios to play out? that this is a time, because you're asking that question, it's the perfect time to begin looking at how to create the world you want to experience and how to be able to show up to the universe as that person that you truly want to be, that inner being that you know that you are, that radiates stable, centered love, compassion, empathy, patience. They're showing me lowering the register of the voice, bringing it down, because I know with all the opera thing, to bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. That the whisper is going to make people strain to hear what you have to say. And so instead of having it all coming at you and how you're going to handle it, let's look forward instead of look from the receptor mode. Let's look into the moving into mode instead of just hanging back and waiting for it to come at you, stepping into what you choose to see. So how are you going to cast that spell? How do you want your life to reflect your intentions back for you? That this is the perfect time to be asking this question and starting this process. It's a good year for it. And it's a good season for it. Your team really likes it that you're here with this question right now. They're applauding, they're loving it, to start recognizing your worth and that your world can reflect what you want.
She says, duck in long distance. We'll see him in April. That's good advice. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, Maria. Next, we have Beth. This is Raven. I'd love a personal reading on where best I should be focusing my energy right now. Betsy, I just went online last night to look at available puppies. A lot of us are looking at puppies.
That's interesting because I just got to poke on that one. Is we were also sick and tired of the pent up demand, people rushing out, doing, buying, acquiring, and the cycle has kind of seen itself through. We've all gotten our demands met, and now we're all seeking to redefine comfort in the home. So we were home for a long time. We went out, we got it out of our system, and now we're being called back home. Cool. Dig it.
Okay. That's perfect for the more of this, less of that, and something you need to see. You need more. Oh, interesting. You need more of the tower energy, apparently. So what in your life no longer serves that you could, get rid of and make room for something new? What energy no longer serves you? So it's more about where you're focusing your energy. The stuff you focus on that just drains you, focus on the stuff that brings you up. Right? I mean, of course, there's going to be some stuff that drains us that we have to do. We have no way of escaping it. But don't focus on it. Right? Just get it over with. Move on. You need less of King of Swords energy so that, like, I just heard, like, iron jaw brain. Like, you keep a hold of your thoughts, right? You really control every thought that comes through. You need to let it flow. Letting it flow lets other things through, right? And then the thing you need to be aware of right now, You get the star, right, which is right after the tower. So you can't get to the star until you go through that tower energy. Right? So to get to this place of hope and renewal, you need to also be willing to embrace that spark, that like the tearing of the illusions from the eyes. Right? Let's see, shadow energy, 6 of Swords. Thinking about moving on. Lots of swords energy though. I feel like you're stuck in the head a little bit. These two majors that follow each other, the tower and the star. Yeah, it's like I feel like the energy needs to just be completely let go of and something new built in its place. And you have guides trying to show you the way.
It kind of makes sense what I got, because what really stood out to me was, what should I be focusing my energy right now? Where best? And my answer right away was on the home front, that no matter what is going on in your outside of home, which public and professional, that's going to sort itself out. It's going to take care of itself in its own right, in its own way. Stressing about it, trying to force something to go the way that you want. This is a done deal. It's going to go its way, no matter how hard you fight or try or cling or push or pull or manifest or support. No matter what, this is going to go its own way, and it's the way you can already see. It just may not be the way you think you want. So what they're telling me is to focus at home, to keep your home happy, smooth, stable, all your family members feeling supported and appreciated, and to strengthen up this foundation right now, because the rest of it's going to sort itself out in its own and on its timeline. It's already set. To not let whatever is going on out there divide up your household, because this is where you're going to have your support, and this is what's going to bring you through. Is the strength of the home front. I don't know how else to say that. I'm trying to figure out the word they want me to use, but I can't.
Beth says, yep, my head is a hamster wheel, even when dreaming. Although I did meet George Harrison in my dream last night. Hi, Ange. And Beth also says, I'm a Virgo and former journalist. Okay.
Cool.
And
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. But again, they're telling me to bring it home, to rely on those in your home front, whatever forms of life that may be, plant, animal, vegetable, mineral, human, whatever, to allow the things in your home to bring you comfort.
I think our next is Soul Dreamer. Hi, Soul Dreamer. I'd like to know about the energy surrounding me the last few days.
Let me see. I thought I saw that. Oh, bye, Jamie. Jamie had to go.
Yeah.
It seems like we missed something. No, yeah, no, I don't know.
No.
If somebody got skipped, just let us know. I don't know why it feels like somebody got skipped.
Beth was the last one on the list that I saw.
Okay. Well, my head's telling me somebody wanted a reading and didn't say or got skipped. Whoever you are, chime in. Soul Dreamer. Well, I'm coming back.
All right. Beth says, strength from home and family, even though my kids are grown. Thank you. That makes complete sense and helps ground all the air swirling around my head.
Gerald's still listening. Hi, Gerald.
It's like an echo of his last comment. Yes, Ange. We can read for you After Soul, Junior. His name I'm completely forgetting at the moment. I need to be smart like Gerald and have everyone's name written on a little card in front of me.
Oh, now where did that go? Yeah, I'm supposed to wait for you, Jonathan.
Okay. So I was told not to use the spread I've been using, just to do a regular 3 card.
Makes sense.
Yeah. First card I got, 8 of Cups, popping up again here. Second card, 2 of Swords. Third card, 10 of Swords. This is the less violent 10 of Swords too. So the energy surrounding you the last few days, I feel like a lot of wanting to run away, feeling overwhelmed, feeling defeated in a way, and feeling trapped between 2 paths that are calling to you. But at the same time, not really wanting either one of them. Let's see the Shadow card. Oh, yeah, here we go. 7 of Cups, choices. Funny how often the 8 of Cups and 7 of Cups kind of come together. Yeah, I feel like choices are kind of overwhelming. Feeling defeated as far as like thoughts and emotions go. I just get this overwhelming feeling of just being stuck.
I think you're gonna get it better when I say this, because
Okay.
what they're showing me is a Ouija board, and they're telling me the energy surrounding you in the last few days. Is this yours? And this is not an accusation. I'm not saying that you've conjured something, but they're showing me these things that I understand very clearly as symbols of some, and it does not feel like it's a physical. It does not feel like this is a person, a place, or a thing. This feels like a being that is not in a physical body, popping in. I would say not checking in. This does not necessarily feel like a familiar someone to you. This feels like someone who saw an opportunity, like an open window / portal, followed the light and was like, hey, this ain't so bad here.
Right.
Yeah. It feels like that card. When you held the card up, I heard crash landing. So it feels to me like some energy has crash landed in your field, and
that explains the stuck feeling.
Yeah, I'm feeling like it would be a really good time to invite them out.
Right.
And they're just saying, make sure this is yours. I could be completely off base, and if I am, I hope, more power to me for being that far off base. But they're saying that this is a great opportunity to ask yourself, is this mine? Does this belong to me? These feelings, this whatever it is pressing in on me, is this mine?
Right. Your emotions and the other's emotions or thoughts and personality kind of just like clashing and keeping you stuck.
And they're also showing me both sides of the pendulum at this moment. Like, we're assuming this is a cloud type of oppressive feeling, but what if it's a joy, too much sunshine, which also can be oppressive because it can be scary for those of us that are sensitive to energies. Exactly. If we are not the kinds of people that grew up in a golden childhood and experienced lots of unfiltered joy, sometimes having that bright spotlight coming in can be scary. It can be frightening because it's unfamiliar. And they showed me this earlier this morning, that Marianne Williamson thing about from her Return to Love book, about our greatest fear is not that we are so small, but it's because we are so big. That hugeness, yeah, that hugeness can frighten us. Yes, please, Gerald.
I was getting a spirit around me Friday, and I know it isn't me, but I'm only getting pieces of info, not a lot. As a budding medium, it has been hard to discern who they are, what they want.
Well, divination tools can be helpful with that one, right? Cards, pendulum,
Ouija board.
Yeah, I turn myself into a Ouija board. I stand myself on the floor and ground and center, and I imagine the board underneath me, and I just ask sometimes for my body to be pointed to the answers, and yes, no, or whatever, and sometimes that'll work. But I also want to say, there's lots of cautions that go with these things. There's lots of cautions that go with these things. But this is great. If you are a budding medium, this is a great opportunity to recognize, what is this being? Is it me? Why is it here? What does the influence feel like? Does it feel good? Does it feel bad? Is it distracting me? Is it causing me distress?
A lot of confusion, making them.
Yeah. So the number one question is, does this belong to me? That can be the confusing part, just in a nutshell, is if you're picking up somebody else's being, somebody else's whatever, it can be confusing because you're like, why am I thinking this? Why am I feeling this? Yada, yada.
Right. And I have a little ritual at the end of the day that I always do, which is just like scraping energy off of me and sending it back to who it belongs to.
Yeah.
I don't even have to know who it belongs to, just return to sender.
Asking your guides to come and escort this energy to its highest good. Shiny. Yeah.
Yeah, shiny at the moment. Someone not dangerous, got curious, and now is distracted. Needs to be sent on its way. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I concur. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. That explains this stuck feeling and why you need more of this Eight of Cups, of like sending it off.
Yeah. I think that it's a great moment for you as a budding medium to recognize this is part of what entails with being a medium. And when you're more confident and feeling stronger in yourself, absolutely, these kinds of moments will come and go very quickly for you. There's no stress. There's no wasted effort on it. You just recognize things for what they are, and rely on your spiritual team, because they're always excited that you're doing this work, and they will absolutely send someone in, come and get them, and escort them right out. And you can also get my book on Amazon, You Are Gifted. Yes. It talks all about my process. Yeah.
Okay. We have one from Ange now. Oh, one last thing from Soul Dreamer. Thank you. I don't think they know they're dead yet, though.
Well, that's why you need your guides to come and get them.
And Soul Dreamer has your book.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Yay. Well, feel free to reach out anytime.
I recognize the name Soul Dreamer, but I can't remember your actual name, Soul Dreamer. So, sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's been so long since I've been doing a whole lot of stuff. Maybe we've talked before, but you can always reach out if you have any questions about any of this stuff. Okay.
And question. I'd be interested in knowing if you pick up any messages from Spirit for me. I've lost 2 important people to me within the last 2 months. Angela, that's right. Sorry, Angela. I totally spaced on your name for some reason.
Yeah, Angela, I remember we've talked. We were um, communicating before, so absolutely feel free. Yeah, I know what I got on this one, but I'm supposed to wait for you again.
Okay. What the heck? Here we go again. We're all being stalked by this Eight of Cups, apparently. Got Eight of Cups, Strength, and Page of Wands. So the message I'm getting here is everyone eventually moves on, right? This I'm seeing is more of a non-physical moving on, right? It feels very ethereal and like they're going off into the ether, the spirit world. Um, with the strength here, I feel like it takes a lot of strength to deal with that passing on, right? Not all of us. I mean, our culture is basically built around the idea of like, I can't see you means I don't know about death. Death. What are you talking about, death? No, we don't talk about death. So it's in a way, it's a way of trying to help you spark that inner flame, really live life to the fullest, because we all get death, but not everyone gets a good life, right? So this is, I think, the message for spirit. The two important people who want to come through and say everyone passes on. Not everyone has the strength to live their life to the fullest. And this is something that you need to be doing, focusing on now. Yeah, the shadow card here is Ten of Wands. You need to put down your burden, okay? Put down your burden, Ten of Wands, become the Page of Wands, right? You only need one. You don't need to carry all this stuff, right? Just one to help you on your way. Think of it as like a hiking staff. Um, yeah, it's just it's finding that inner strength to deal with the fact that death is inevitable. It's not something to be feared, and you have this one life right now. It's time to live it, live to the fullest. Don't forget to stop and smell the roses. Right?
So I'm getting that with your experiences of loss, that you will be called to be that compassionate person for others who are unable to understand loss and grieving, and kind of, I want to say, like the muggles that don't really get it. Like Jonathan was talking about death. We don't see it. It doesn't exist. And then people around them are no longer there and they don't understand how to process this stuff. That you're kind of holding space for people who don't know how to process this. And with your grace and your demonstration of kindness and compassion and understanding for these people, that they will catch an understanding of, oh, this is how it looks like as we move through this process. That I've known a lot of people in my life that had passings around them in quick succession, and I've always wondered why that is. And I think this is part of that journey. Much like people who are recovering addicts like to go into human services so they can walk the path and demonstrate and help other people follow them. It's kind of that same thing that I'm getting here, is your demonstration of healing with grace will bring other people comfort.
And I love that when you were explaining that a cardinal went off. I always find that when we're doing these and something profound comes through, a cardinal always sings.
Yay! I love that.
So I think.
And sorry for your loss, Ange.
Yes, definitely, Ange.
It doesn't, just because you're holding space for others doesn't make it any less difficult or any less challenging for you. So I'm sorry to hear.
So I believe that was the last question, and I know you have to leave right on time today.
Yeah. And so, Angela, ask your guides to escort this this being that doesn't know they're dead. If you don't have any luck, let me know. We'll do it.
That was nice, Betsy. Grief is a topic really close to my heart, and I've been wanting to branch out. Thank you for this confirmation. Yep.
Yeah, it is. It's an amazing, profound thing.
Oh, wow. The cardinal is symbolic to the friend that just passed 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But that gave me chills.
Yeah. And Gerald, yeah, the red coat came through for Jake earlier about shootings. Yeah, came through a little while ago about he pointed his old timey musket at somebody's foot and told Jake he needs to scare somebody aside, but to aim low. Don't hurt him. Just fire a warning shot. Aim for their foot.
Do you have
funny.
anything coming up?
No, work, and more work. I've been. Work. It's so interesting. I was determined. I was determined that in 22 I was gonna relaunch my YouTube stuff. That I was gonna start inviting more friends and doing more chats and getting my sisters, psychic sisters, back going again. And then I've ended up just being so busy in 3D work, and it's okay. You know, it's nothing I regret, nothing it's not uncomfortable. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, but I'm busier, way busier than I thought I was going to be. It's just in a different avenue. So I'm good, because what it's doing is, since I'm out in Muggle land all the time, it's giving me the opportunity to take the person that I am here and be that person out there. So like we were talking about earlier, about letting the universe reflect to me the world that I choose to experience. So it's kind of exciting, challenging, sure, but it's kind of luscious. So yeah.
Oh yeah, WeWork is totally luscious. Are you kidding me? It's a great little space.
And I have another job now too. I have another job. I spent so much money on clothing at this store that they've been joking with me for months that I'm going to have to come to work there. So yeah, I started working there. So I've been training for a couple of weeks, but I'm only going to do a couple of shifts a week there. So yeah, it's kind of funny.
Oh, so for those of you who did not recognize, this is the Smoke Action Embers Tarot. Yeah, it's a fun little deck, and I love woodland dragon nets. What can I say? So far as me, actually, I've been bad about keeping up with my schedule. So Soldier Angela wants to know if you get an employee discount. Yes. My final edition of my Hawaii Lenormand came out.
Wow, that's such a pretty picture.
So I actually took that picture. Yeah. A bunch of the cards are actually my own pictures. This is like a Pixabay picture. But yeah, I mean, the child is my own child.
That's so cool.
Let's see. I'm trying to find the ring real quick. This is my neighbor's fly swap.
Love that.
No, there's Apollo.
Aww.
And then I changed some of the cards. Instead of fox, we got mongoose. Instead of bear, we have boar. Just to fit in with the Hawaiian, I think. Really, Mimi?
Gerald says, remove the comment. It's
Oh, right. Sorry.
taking up screen, I think. There we go.
Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. I actually took that picture years ago when I lived in our previous house. So,
cool.
And that takes the place of the mice card. I changed out the heart, so this is the new heart card.
So pretty.
And all right, the birds I changed out as well. But you get the idea. These are on Make Playing cards. I should probably have put the link in here. But,
yes.
Thank you, Joe, for reminding me. I totally spaced on that. Let me see if actually, do I have that link handy?
I love it. It has its own hashtag.
Removes the comment, of course. Right. I love how his eyeball appears in the O and the get-go. Yeah, I did it by accident at first, and then I just loved how much I just loved the look, so I kept it. I don't have it quick and easy to grab here. So let me see. Actually, if you have a moment, let me just do a quick search. And the link for you guys. There we go.
Ta-da! There we are. Tiny Trinkets and Tarot.
Got it up. Of course. Right when I grab it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I had just grabbed it myself.
Oh, one thing I forgot that's coming up for me is Saturday, I'm going out on another ocean cleanup on a boat.
Oh, nice.
We're shooting for the south point of La Perouse, which is a lava point that night fishermen frequent. So there's lots and lots and lots and lots of rubbish down there. The biggest haul they got in one day, which it should be like a 2 hour, because there's scuba divers that go. I just snorkel. So they have like an hour tank, and they do 2 tanks, I think. So anyway, the biggest haul day they got was like 380 pounds of stuff.
Oh my God.
I know. I get to go. Yay. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. I love doing
on Saturday, I will actually be on Andrew's channel, Tiny Trinkets and Tarot.
Cool.
Actually, Andrew, if you want to throw the link up in the chat, go right ahead. And I will be chit-chatting with her about my wearable crystal grid necklaces.
About what?
Wearable crystal grid necklaces.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Sweet.
Where the idea came from, how long I've been working with crystals, that kind of stuff. Cool. And then next week, this time, I don't have it completely ironed out. It might be me chatting with my first 3 or 4 past life acupuncture treatments.
Ooh.
So the people that agreed to be my guinea pigs, the first 4 treatments, agreed to also come on and talk about the experience.
Oh, that's way cool. I'll look forward to that one. When is that?
Hopefully that'll be next week. I don't know. I've heard back from one person out of the 4. I'm waiting to hear back. It's either going to be next week or the week after.
Cool.
I'm waiting. So, but it will. I'll pop it up on my channel once I know. And my schedule is kind of open at the moment. I kind of during this vacation and the last month, I've just been kind of so preoccupied. I haven't been reaching out to make any interview appointments. But I don't know. We'll see where things go, and it will be a surprise for everyone.
Cool.
Oh, and there we go. Yes. So Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon this time. I will be over on Andrew's channel talking about my wearable crystal grid necklaces. So
awesome.
Come join us. Yes. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Thank you.
A
Great to
blessed
see
stars
everybody.
to all. Yeah. Happy spring equinox. And we made it through another winter. Woohoo! So aloha, and until
Hoo-ho!
we meet again.
Hoo-ho!
Oh, we ho. Yes.